right. We are back with another episode of It's That Easy. This is Monday night. May the force be with you. May the fourth be with you. Having a great day of baseball so far. Hope everyone had a good start to their week. If you're like me, you're watching some baseball scores going here. I've got hockey going. More exciting than overtime playoff hockey? What's happening right now? 2-2 Philly in Carolina. Um, Not watching basketball because if you look at it, I did peek at it. It's a blowout. How many, like most of the games are blowouts. I don't know what's going on that half the time you lose by 20 plus points. That doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, that's why we're talking about baseball. So if you're watching, please like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate that. You subscribe, you get notified when I put out a new show. So check that out. So let's jump into Monday night's games, and then we'll look at Tuesdays and see what those winners are going to be. So starting out here, Boston and Detroit. This is kind of a wash to me, only because yesterday we thought Scuba was pitching. This morning we find out he's not pitching. He's actually having elbow surgery. Is that because they're semi bad? Not sure. But Boston didn't care. This was more like a bullpen game, and they threw five pitchers today, but it didn't matter. Boston came out, won the game 5-4. Tigers made it interesting, but Tigers took the loss. Currently, the Cubs are tied 3-3 in the sixth inning, so we don't know that one yet. St. Louis did win the game. They took care. Well, I say they won actually. They're winning in the bottom of the eighth, 5-1. Okay, I put him as a W. That's probably really bad to do. I don't normally do that, but I did it anyway. Uh, Braves are winning 1-0 in the top of the third. We don't know that one. A little later, San Diego and San Francisco. Actually, they're playing right now. San Francisco's up 2-1. The Mets, man, the Mets showed up and they beat the Rockies. It was 4-2, so nothing too crazy, but they had a 10.5 run differential and or that over under. Yeah, that didn't even get close. They scored, it was 6 runs. So good for the Mets. Maybe this is a sign of something. And then Kansas City losing. They were losing to the Guardians. I think it was 2-0. Came back to win 6-2 to hold up their end there. So currently we are 2-2 with 3 more games to go. But we can't wait. Got to get into tomorrow's games and check those out. So tomorrow we have Red Sox pitching Bello, 9.12 ERA in his 5 starts, 3 innings pitched, 4 runs in his last game, 3 innings pitched, 8 runs in the game prior. That is really, really bad. And he's only pitching 3 innings. I don't think that's a good plan there. That's what they planned for him. They obviously lost both games. They've lost 3 of his starts in a row, and he hasn't gone past the third inning in those losses. They did see Red Sox did win today, so that's a plus for them. They won 5-4. Tigers are pitching Valdez, 3.35 ERA in 5 starts. His last game, 6 innings pitched, 2 runs in a win, 4 innings pitched, 2 runs in a loss. So that's pretty consistent. So we'll take that. The Tigers have actually won 3 of his last 4 starts, and he's going roughly 6 innings, which is really good for them. Even though they had 5 pitchers today, they'll probably settle down a little better tomorrow. We will go Detroit with the dub. And if you see, Detroit is still a pretty high favorite, which they were with Scuba. It was like minus 202 or something like that. And 8 runs is the over under. Today they scored 9. Do we go over again? I would say go over. Reds and the Cubs, obviously still in progress right now, but the Reds tomorrow pitching Abbott, 5.97 ERA in 5 starts. His last game, 6 innings pitched, 2 runs in a win, 4 innings pitched, 5 runs in another win. Won 3 in a row of his starts. He's getting good run support. That's a good sign for the Reds. The Cubs are pitching Talion, 4.41 ERA in his 5 starts. Last game, 7 innings pitched, 3 runs. The one prior, 5 innings pitched, 4 runs, both in wins. The Cubs have won 4 in a row of Italian starts, and they're averaging about 5 runs per, scoring 5 runs per game. You know what? We got to keep going Cubbies until they prove me otherwise, or until they prove otherwise. Not prove me. I pick them. Until they prove otherwise, we got to go Cubbies. Brewers at St. Louis still. Brewers pitching Sprout, 6.75 ERA in his 5 starts. 4 innings pitched, 4 runs, and a loss in his last game. The one prior to that, 5 innings pitched, 3 runs, and a loss. They've lost his last 2 starts, and they've lost 4 of his 5 starts. And the what they did score for him in their losses: 2 runs, 4 runs, 1 run, 1 run, 2 runs. So not really good support there. Cards pitching Palante, 3.73 ERA in 5 starts, 6 innings pitched, 1 run in his last start, and that was a W. 5 innings pitched, 3 runs, and a loss. But the Cards have won 2 of his last 3 starts. He's consistently throwing 5 to 6 innings. So with that, we got to stay Cards. Cards, cards, cards. They're in the cards. Braves playing Seattle tomorrow. Elders pitching 1.88 ERA. That's super good there. And I don't even think I think Sale is more of their ace, but that's kind of ace material there. In 5 starts, 6 innings pitched, 1 run in his last game. The one prior, 7 innings pitched, 3 runs. That's really good. And you know what's crazy? They were both losses. They lost 2 in a row. The bullpen's giving up runs. Mariners are pitching Kirby, 3.0 ERA in his 5 starts. 5 innings pitched, 2 runs in a win. The one before that, 6 innings pitched, 2 runs in another win. They've actually won 4 in a row, and the runs they have given up are 3, 2, 3, and 2. So obviously, roughly like 2.5 runs a game. After all that, I still go Braves. I think they're the better team right now. Even though they've lost Elder starts, it doesn't mean he pitched really well. So we're gonna go Braves until otherwise. Padres Giants. We see the Pods are the favorite there. You see the Braves in that game are still the dog there, which is good. If they win tonight, I win because I picked the dog there. I got to go with them tomorrow as well. I'm not sure exactly why that's happening, unless they're seeing something in Seattle we don't know about. But San Diego Giants, Padres pitching Bueller, 5.40 ERA in 5 starts. His last 4 innings pitched, 2 runs scored in a loss. 2 innings pitched, 8 hits given up, 4 runs in a loss. They've lost 2 in a row. The bullpen is not working for the Pods very well. Giants are pitching Webb, 4.30 ERA in 5 starts. His last 2 games, 7 innings pitched, 1 run, 7 innings pitched, 3 runs. Crazy because they're both in losses because they're not supporting this guy with runs, which is a bummer. So he's lost his last 2. They've lost 4 of his 5 starts, not getting run support. But the Giants are at home, and I feel like let's look at the score here really quick. Are they winning? They're still winning. So I got to go to the Giants tomorrow. They got the better pitching. Hopefully the bullpen holds up. We're not too sure there. Mets pitching Peralta tomorrow, 3.52 ERA in his 5 starts. That's good. A lot of guys going 5 starts. 6 innings, 3 runs in a loss in his last game. 5 innings, 2 runs in another loss. But remember they were on a pretty bad losing streak. So, and I think these guys pitched in that. They've lost his last 4 starts. His run support in his games were 4, 3, 2, and 0. So, but actually, I think 0 was the one 4 games ago. So I guess it's getting better. They won today. Rockies are pitching Lorenzen, 6.09 ERA in 5 starts. 5 innings pitched, 4 runs given up in a loss. Prior to that, 7 innings pitched, 1 run in a win, even though he had 7 hits. So, I mean, that's pretty good. The Rockies have won 2 of his 3 starts, but he gives up a lot of hits and I mean, obviously he's holding them in runs, but with the higher ERA there, I'm going to go Mets. I'm kind of kicking myself, but I got to go Mets. Got to go with the numbers. Last 2, Guardians at KC. Guardians pitching Williams 2.70 ERA. That's good. 5 starts, 7 innings pitched, 1 run in his last game, which is a win. 6 innings pitched, 6 runs. They still won, which means they're scoring runs for him. That's really good. They've actually won all 5 of Williams' starts. The Guardians have, or Indians, and they score enough runs to cover whether it's a low scoring game or a high scoring game. They're giving him run support. Royals are pitching Cameron 5.4 ERA, 5 starts, 5 innings pitched, 5 runs, 6 innings pitched, 3 runs, one in a loss, one in a win. So, but they've actually lost 4 of his 5 starts. And the last 2 games, he gave up 9 hits and 8 hits. You keep giving up hits, you're going to give up runs. So for that reason, it hurts me to because I don't know why, but I got to go the Cleveland Indians to win tomorrow. So those are your picks tomorrow. Let's see. There was one. Okay, Cubs Reds game. They didn't have an over under. I don't know why. Maybe they're waiting to see something. Maybe they're checking the weather. There was another one I saw. Oh, Milwaukee and St. Louis, 110, 110. They seem like that's dead even right there. So, if you're looking to parlay, remember we talked about parlay the bigger ones. Okay, I think Detroit was caught off guard by not having Skubal pitch today. Um, Detroit, Cubs, and man, I don't like the Seattle pick to be honest with you there. I don't like the San Diego pick either. Maybe the Mets. Ugh, that's terrible to say the Mets in a parlay. But if you want a 3 game parlay, those are some pretty good ones. And maybe you go Detroit, um, Chicago, and St. Louis, right? Those might be pretty good there. But if you want to parlay those, they're bigger numbers. They don't pay as much, but when you parlay them, they pay a lot better. As for dogs for tomorrow, I got the Braves. Let's see how are the Braves doing right now. Let's go to that game. They're still up 1-0 in the third. So they're a dog tomorrow. That's a pretty good pick. San Francisco's a dog tomorrow. I feel like they have a good chance to win. Now, if you like Colorado, that is a good dog number. I'm not saying that the Mets are going to win. The numbers look like they're pitching better. They've actually been doing pretty well these last few games. They've scored some runs, so maybe they're kind of turning it around a little bit. But if you want a dog, there's a good dog right there in Colorado. So, but anyway, these are your picks for tomorrow. Hope you enjoy them. Hope you have a great day tomorrow, Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo. Look at that. So may the 4th be with you. And then Cinco de Mayo. How often does that happen? Like all the time. Anyway, hopefully you enjoy the games tomorrow. Hopefully you get to have a great day. And if you bet on these games, I hope you make a ton of money. So please like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate that. And we will see you on the next one.